So here we go. Boys basketball at Howell High School is back. I'm your commentator, Theo Horton, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Theo Horton, with my color man, Aedan Vazquez to my right. Out for the tip is Howell's Noah Musto and Township's Jake Schultzel. Howell is coming in tonight's game with a 5-2 record after winning the Albert E. Martin Classic, defeating Marlboro by a final score of 53-49 in the finale. Point guard Jay Parker scored 20 points, had 7 rebounds and 3 assists, and major contributions came from shooting guard Kedar Parker, who had 15 points. Here we go, it's Monroe with the pass to O'Neal. O'Neal rises up and gets the layup for the early score.
Obviously able to get into the paint with that big body is number 24.
Now a turnover by Howell. Ball goes out of bounds, but sticks with Howell. It'll be Kedar Parker, the senior guard, on the inbound. Parker standing, finds center Noah Musto. What a career he's had in his junior season up to this point. He gets the ball, rises up for 2, grabs his own rebound, goes back up and ties the game out of 2 apiece. Crowd is feeling the energy early. It's a packed stadium, the most packed gymnasium we have seen so far this season for either Rebel basketball team. So now it's O'Neal who goes to Monroe. Monroe goes to number 1, Dakota Lassiter, top of the key. Lassiter dribbling with the left. Goes to this. Sam Hawksby with possession. The junior goes back to Lassiter. Lassiter, the spin, looks for the layup. No good. It's Noah Musto who grabs the rebound. Musto, long pass, goes to Kedar Parker, averaging 21 a night. Incredible start to the season. Eddie Garcia for 3. Off the rim, Musto with the rebound. Goes back. It's Kedar Parker who drives, whistle blown, and he is called for the travel, and the ball winds back in Township's hands. So a couple of early mistakes by Howell. Obviously, lack of focus on the tip. Township got the opening score on that, and now a couple balls going out of bounds and the turnover. Got to clean it up, and here we go. Ball goes back in Howell's hands, just as I was saying.
We're gonna have to see how Howell responds to this deal, aren't we?
100%, Aedan. It's these type of moments where you can prove how good of a team you are when you go down early, but you just brush it off. So now it's Eddie Garcia with the ball, goes to Musto. First quad, top of the key, passes to Garcia. Maybe a push in the back call, I'm not sure. Illegal screen called on Howell. It was called on Kedar Parker, the senior guard. So now it's Sam Hawksby who will bring the ball up court. Has fit more into a point guard role as the season has continued. And now it's Alexander Monroe who kicks it out to the corner. Open 3. No good. It's Musto for the rebound. Kedar Parker gets the ball, fires it to Eddie Garcia. Ball poked away. It's Sean O'Neal who scoops it up and goes to Jake Schultzel, the football and basketball superstar. Looks for 2. No good. It's a fight for the ball. It's Alexander Monroe who's got it. Whistle blown, I believe, a foul called. It will be Dakota Lassiter, the junior guard who inbounds the ball. Lassiter passes it to Hawksby, way past the logo, wanting no part in facing this Howell defense, which is locked down. So Schultzel for the midi, off the rim. It's Noah Musto with his 5th rebound of the night already, filling up that stat sheet. Kedar Parker now rises up. Here comes the 3 ball. Off the rim and no good. It's Jake Schultzel who grabs the board. He drives, spins, falls to the ground, and it's Howell's ball.
Obviously, we know Howell a very physical team, and we're seeing that already taking into play in this game, aren't we?
100%, Aedan. Early clamps by the Rebel team. You absolutely love to see it. So now it's Jay Parker, the sensational junior, getting full court press, uses the ball for a moment. It's Sam Hawksby who grabs it, passes it to O'Neal. O'Neal for 2. gets the layup to fall, and Township re-grabs the lead. It's 4-2. Now miscommunication on the inbound. Patriots get the steal and the turnover. Lassiter calling for the ball. Schultz will stick with possession. On the wing, he looks for three. Off the rebound, another trick by Jake Schultz in the early stages of tonight's game. Now Jay Parker losing the ball again. A smart timeout called by Coach Emery. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. You don't want to miss any Rebel action. So we are back here for some more boys Rebel basketball. My color man, Aedan Vazquez, brought up a good point. It's kind of how sloppy play that has bite them in the foot when they have lost. Aedan, how can they clean that up?
Well, I think that they're going to have to play more physical offense, more physical defense. Obviously
There's Eddie
play
Garcia
like
for
that.
2 on cue, and we're tied back up. Sam Hawksby, as I mentioned before, the point guard for this Township team. And now a turnover. It's Noah Musto who grabs it, lobs it for Caden Parker, the senior. Parker lobs it up, tries to find Musto, but the ball is rejected by Jake Schultz. A 20-inch vertical, and now a more fake for there. Eddie Garcia who walks away with it. Oh, it's Musto. Musto lobs it up. The layup isn't good, but he goes to the line for 2 shots on the foul.
What a great execution on that play right there. Clearly showing that what they've learned in practice, they're putting it to good use.
100% Aedan. I couldn't agree more. Now it's Caden Parker, the senior guard, to the line, averaging 20 points a night, shooting 54% from the free throw this season. First one is a switch for the senior. It was kind of an interesting dynamic for Caden Parker this year. Last year as a junior, he won Offensive Player of the Year as the point guard, but now playing off-ball more as a guard and a wing. As J.C. Farley checks in for the Rebels and getting a big welcome back from the student section. J.C. Farley, once a Freehold Township Patriot, switched to Howell High School this season, quickly made the basketball team and has impressed fans, as you can tell. And now the ball thrown out of bounds. It will be Howard's ball. Already, J.C. Farley's aura is scaring the Patriots.
As you can see, that sloppy play is putting the Patriots started putting the Patriots at a devastating loss.
You got to wonder if this rowdy Rebel crowd kind of got into the Patriots' heads and forced that turnover.
I personally think it is. We're pretty loud tonight.
I think so too, Aedan. So now it's Jay Parker, the point guard, goes to his brother, Caden Parker. But now the ball poked away. Good play by Dakota Lassiter on defense. Forced the turnover. Sam Hawksby, who spins, drives, rises for 2. Off the rim. No good. Wait for the ball to jump ball. We'll see who has the arrow.
Such elite defense there by J.C. Farley. You can see that his aura is clearly getting to the Freehold Township roster.
So now it's Caden Parker here. Driving, switching, pass to Musto. Musto in the paint. That's the layup for 4. 4-point lead for the Rebels.
What a great play. Obviously hard to block Noah Musto, being 6'6" and all.
Yeah, it's impossible to not only defend him, but even try to block the shot once he rises up for 2. So now it's John O'Neill. He passes, and it's turned over. Here comes Caden Parker on the fast break. Looks for the layup, gets fouled, and he goes to the line for the second time tonight. Parker's first is good. Cannon Parker made noise this year as a football DB. He played some of the best lockdown defense you can find in the Shore, and it's translated to Rebel basketball as he's been as locked in as possible. He makes 2 free throws, puts the Rebels up 6. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The Rebels were down early, but they came back and now got a little bit of a lead kicking in. Hawksby, he passes top of the key to Schultz, who will drive. Foul called on J.C. Farley there, the Rebel big. So now the ball sticks with Howell. Lassiter lobs it up for Schultz. Schultz hands it off. Now tough plans coming from J.C. Farley on the switch now. No muscle guarding Jake Schultz. Schultz for 3. Off the rim, another shot is a brick for Jake Schultz. Cannon Parker driving, gets a screen from Musto, goes with an interior pass. Musto to the corner for 3. Off the rim, no good. It's Sam Hawksby who grabs the rebound. Checks it to Dakota Lassiter. Pass, Hawksby. Looks for 2. Gets blocked by Noah Musto. It's Chris Kedar who comes away with the ball. Fast break, pass. Open 3. Splash out. Aedan Parker with the 3. He's fired up, and so is the crowd. Sends the Patriots into a timeout. It's 13-4 Rebels.
Green Giant.
So we are back from the timeout. What a early part of the game it was. The Rebels lead 13-4. They're playing lockdown defense, forcing one of the best players in the Shore, Jake Schultz, to not make a shot yet. He's about 0 for 3, 0 for 4 right now. But the Rebel offense taking over off of that Caden Parker three-pointer that sent the Patriots to a timeout. Aedan, what have you liked from the Rebels so far?
Personally, I like how physical defense we have played so far. Also, something that's not as much talked about right now, our student section has been getting in their head, and I feel like that's what's caused those 3 missed shots we were talking about earlier. Yep.
100% Aedan. I totally agree. Now the Patriots getting Schultz getting double teamed there. Doesn't matter for Jake Schultz. 3 men around him, but he still gets the layup for cash. And now it's Mikey Carbone, number 0. The senior guard checked in after the timeout. Comes the ball off. Cannon Parker, another 3. No good off the rim, and the ball winds up out of bounds. It will be with the Patriots. Freehold Township has had an impressive start to their year. 6-2 record this season, 1-0 against their division. They're averaging 59 points a game. Thanks to some of the best players in the Shore, like Jake Schultz, who has the ball right now and has to spin away due to the tough clearance by Noah Musto on the interior. John O'Neill, sidestep 3. Swirls out, unlucky for this junior forward. Caden Parker already getting full court press. Miscommunication on the pass. Township Patriots will take over on the steal. Now the layup, no good. Must go for the rebound once again because of course. Caden Parker will drive with the right. Try for 2. It's catch as always for Caden Parker. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter now. Township trying to slow the game down, get back and regroup, and try to find some of the energy that has carried them to this point in the season. Just no openings against this Howell defense. J.C. Farley clamping up on John O'Neill. Here comes a double team. Open three for Gundaker. No good. J.C. Farley grabs the board. Caden Parker will take his time. Now just 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tough defense being played by Dakota Lassiter. Now ball poked away by Township. It's Jake Schultz who spins. Layup is no good. J.C. Farley coming out of nowhere trying to grab the board. Ball winds up out of bounds. And it will be Township on the inbound.
You can see the look on Township's faces. Really, the Rebel defense is starting to get into their head as they're starting to become tired into this game.
Absolutely agree, Aiden. Now it's Amari Alexander Monroe and somebody else, Sam Hawksby, who checked in for Township. Schultz with a Lassiter. Lassiter back to Schultz for three. No good. Another missed shot by Schultz. A. Garcia falls but gets the rebound. J.C. Farley, hard push. Layup swirls out. What a first quarter it was. The Rebels lead 15-6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. And we are back from the first quarter. If you're just joining us, the Howell Rebels are leading things 15-6 against one of the best teams in the shore, Freehold Township. Now, part of that reason has been Howell shutting down the best player on Township, Jake Schultz, who averages 17 points a night. He didn't make a single shot in the first quarter. So we are back. It will be Sam Hawksby. He grabs the ball, goes to Walker Monroe. Monroe looking for an opening, rises up for two. It's no good. It's Caden Parker who grabs the board. Parker on the logo dribbling, finds J.C. Farley. Quaddy in the corner. Quaddy tries to the right, goes Carbone, top of the key. Carbone looks for an open man, finds Eddie Garcia. Good defense by the Patriots out of the break. Chris Quaddy for three. No good. It bounces out. J.C. Farley jumps on the ball but pushes it out of bounds. Good effort there by the senior, but it will be Township's ball.
Again, like you said, Theo, really great effort there by Farley. Shows that he's really taking this game personally here with Township.
100%. He was on Township last year, played on varsity, transferred to Howell, and he's already made an impact on varsity, and I think you're absolutely right. He's taking this game personally. He wants to show the Patriots that they made a mistake by not starting him when he was a junior. So it's John O'Neill. Good defense being played by Chris Kawadi, number 5. A three for Lassiter. Splash down for Dakota Lassiter. It's a switch. What a shot by the junior. Parker will scan on the drive. Thought about three. Passes it to the corner. Farley for three. Bounces out. Unlucky rim job there. Monroe to the corner. Hawksby for three. No good. It's Monroe with the rebound. Ball poked away from him. And the ball sticks with Freehold here as a foul is called. It's Amari Alexander Monroe. Sorry. It's an inbound for Township. It'll be Dakota Lassiter, the junior guard, number 1 inbounding. The former point guard averages 6 points a night, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. John O'Neill drives through 2 men, gets blocked, and a foul is called and will send O'Neill to the line. Howell Rebels head coach Dave Henry not liking the call, disagreeing with the ref here, but it doesn't matter. He can't change the outcome. First one is a switch for John O'Neal. O'Neal, the junior, big, is probably the second best player on this township team. He's averaging 12 points a night, 4 rebounds with a block per game as he makes his second. Now it's Caden Parker. He'll look for an inside pass. Ball goes off the foot of a Patriot. So Howell remains with the ball. It'll be Caden Parker on the inbound. We talked about how much of an adjustment it was for Parker to switch to more of an off-ball role. But he's getting very comfortable here tonight. A three-pointer made earlier, some great defense, multiple inbounds. That one, unfortunately, wasn't successful to his own brother, the junior Jay Parker. So Alexander Monroe taking over point guard duties. Will pass, gets the ball back, top of the key. Eddie Garcia with good defense, but Monroe gets the layup to fall. It's money for the junior. Jay Parker to Eddie Garcia. Garcia tried to pass to Kalani, but it's poked away by John O'Neal. O'Neal, the pass. Good defense by Jay on the interior, but Schultz, another layup can't fall for the junior. And Aedan, you gotta wonder what is going on with Jake Schultz right now. The man who's averaging 17 a night can't find a shot to go in.
I think he's been intimidated by the guy who's guarding him. Honestly, very, very big. I think he's just been intimidated all night.
100% Noah Musto, an incredible defender as he tried to pass the ball. Ball went out of bounds. It will be a timeout called. Don't go anywhere, folks. You want to see more of this Rebel action. It's 15-13 Howell. Howell came into this game with momentum, the 5-2 record. Last game, they suffered a loss to the Wall Township Crimson Knights, but they won the Albert E. Martin Classic, beating teams like Old Bridge and East Brunswick and Marlboro on the road.
As you can see, Jason Parker had 20 points. Kedar Parker had 15. I know Musto had 9 points and 13 rebounds. Really showing about how much of a good trio those three are.
John O'Neal with the splash of the three, and Township has retaken the lead at 16-15. Great adjustment by the Township Patriots. They were down 6 points, but now at the lead. Eddie Garcia wants three. Can't find it to ball. JC Farley, who rises up to the rebound. Farley to Parker. Jay drives, kicks it out to Kawadi, coming off an ACL tear. It was a great story to see him back in action. Kawadi, three! No good, a bad miss, and it's John O'Neal who comes out of nowhere like a feral dog to grab the ball. O'Neal drives and go to Hawksby. Hawksby passes it to O'Neal on the wing. Chris Kawadi playing low, some lockdown defense. Gets a screen, passes it to Schultz. Schultz to the corner, Hawksby for three. Nothing but air, a bad miss, and it's Jay Parker, the junior, who comes away with the ball. Parker for two. Shot splashes for Jay Parker.
That was a really great play there, right, Theo?
100% Jay Parker, the instincts like a cat. He's so quick, so reactive. It's JC Farley with the steal. Ball smacked out of bounds. Jack Quinn, number 34, Howell's kind of rotational player. He's a guard forward hybrid. He'll come into the game. So ball's with Howell. Caden Parker inbounds to his brother Jay Parker. The Parker connection has carried Howell the last 2 years. Noah Musto with the screen, top of the key. Gets the pass on the paint. Musto with two.
Again, like I said before, Theo, What a big body. Can't really be blocked there.
Absolutely, and it's Monroe who has to think quick. Goes to Jake Schultz, still without a shot made tonight. Jack Quinn locking up, not allowing any space. This Rebel crowd is loving it. Gundaker's pass, and now a 3-point for Schultz off the rim. Once again, another miss, and a bad shot decision there by Gundaker. Howell grabs the rebound, falling on the transition, and he's going to get called for the carry. Pretty obvious call there by the ref. A bad play.
I gotta say, even though that carry just happened, you can see that he has been showing a lot of great effort here tonight. Really trying to step up on defense and just getting aggressive in there.
100%. J.C. Farley, not a guy who takes criticism lightly. Of course, didn't start on the Patriots as a junior. Transfer to Howell, and you can clearly see that he's taking offense to it, and the Howell crowd behind him loving it. As now he's playing defense on John O'Neal. O'Neal goes to Schultz. Schultz, another spin, tries for two. Another miss by Jake Schultz. What is going on? Jay Parker slashes to Quinn. Quinn with two off the bench. Howell now up 5. It's 21-16. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Sam Hawksby check back in. Goes to Schultz on the wing. Schultz goes to O'Neal. O'Neal for 3. No good. It's Noah Musto with the ball. Caden Parker slowing things down, giving Howell the pace once again. Goes to Quinn. Quinn thought about 3, but want the long mid-range. Good defense there, some contact, no foul is called. A bad miss, John O'Neal grabs it, opening the corner for 3. What a miss! That was rough. Fight for the ball, Jack Quinn has it. And I really think this Howell crowd is in the head of the Patriots. The Patriots have played such incredible basketball, but they can't find anything here. As Shea Parker slips, foul called on Sam Hawksby. So the ball sticks with Howell, will be their inbound. Number 5, Jake Platt. Number 14, Devin Davis, check in for the Freehold Township Patriots. Davis, the sophomore, Platt, the junior, wanting to make a name for themselves on this township team. Caden Parker breaks away, open mid-range. No good, and unlucky bounce. John O'Neal gets the rebound. O'Neal goes to Platt. Platt's wild pass. No one must go and grab it. Miscommunication there by 2 men who went to middle school together, John O'Neal and Jake Platt. This is a fun fact for you viewers there. Now miscommunication on the pass. Number 22, Carmen Nolasco checks in for Township. 11 points and 9 rebounds recorded on the season so far for the senior.
Theo, what can you really say about how Schultzman has been playing so far today? Because me personally, I feel like he's been really playing off his game.
100% Aedan. I mean, you just can't deny it. Schultz is one of the most dominating players, not only in the shore, but even in the whole state of New Jersey. He is averaging 17 points a night, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and he hasn't made a single shot tonight. And you got to wonder if it's the head games or the great defense from the Rebels. Whatever it is working.
Maybe he was coming in unprepared coming into this game.
Definitely. And his matchup, Noah Musto, is one of the best defenders in the shore. You don't want to take him lightly, and it looks like he may have done so. So it's Musto who goes to Farley. Farley, a tough spin. Jay Parker wants a 3. No good. A fight for the ball. J.C. Farley breaks away. Looks for 2. Unlucky bounce. Multiple heads popping up, trying to get the ball. It's Dakota Lassiter with possession. A spin, mid-range. No good. It's not money.
And then as we saw in those last few plays, Farley obviously showing some really great hustle.
And Jay Parker falls for the 3rd time tonight. Gotta wonder what is going on with his shoes right now. Jack Quinn's got possession, top of the key. Tough defense. Jump ball. It is Howell's ball. Quinn wanted the foul there. So it's Caden Parker who inbounds from Musto. Also double team for a split second. Jay Parker to the wing. Jack Quinn wants welcome to splash pad. Jack Quinn.
Green Giant. That was a great shot.
100% Aedan. Now Sam Hawksby looking to respond. Quick, double goes spring. No good. Now the ball goes out off the hands of Noah, must go out of bounds. Eddie Garcia will check in. Number 2, the junior guard for Howell. Checking in for Jack Quinn, who just splashed the 3-point. Or no, sorry. Jack Quinn remains in. It's Aedan Parker, who will go to the bench for some rest. Hawksby inbounds to O'Neal. O'Neal trying to find some space, trying to find some air. Out of Jason Carter, kicks it to the corner. Dakota Lassiter for 3. No good, bounces out. And now a spin move once again, blocked by Noah Musto. But it's Alexander Monroe who comes away with the ball. Working past 2 defenders. He's called for the travel. It's Howell's ball. Electricity so far from these Rebels. A 24-16 lead. And there's just not a second where they're keeping their heads down. Under 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Parker driving, open lane. No up falls, it's money. Two seconds left to go. Has to hook up a shot. And it doesn't fall. What a first half by the Howell Rebels. A 26-16 lead. Incredible defense. The offense is on point. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for the first half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. So here we go. We are back for the second half. If you're just joining us, it is 26-16 Howell Rebels. And the story of the game so far has been, where is Jake Schultzel? One of the best players in the entire state. Schultzel's picture can be found on a milk carton at this point with his missing offense. The man who averages 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, and multiple assists had just 2 points in the first half. Why is that, Aedan?
I personally think that he wasn't taking this matchup seriously against Noah Musto. Noah Musto obviously showing his great dominance with him putting numbers up on the board on defense with the block he got earlier, and also him putting up his great numbers with rebounds. He's been showing Noah Musto has been really dominant so far today, and I don't think that probably was respected heading into this game.
I completely agree with you, Aedan. Howell had kind of a slow start in this game offensively. Their team who averages 62 points a game. They scored just 26 in the first half, but it does not matter because they are leading things by 10, and their defense has been perfect. So here we go. Township gets the ball at the break. Will be Sam Hawksby, the point guard, brings the ball up court, chilling on the logo right now against his matchup with junior guard Jay Parker. Hawksby to the corner. It's Dakota Lassiter. Lassiter goes to O'Neal. O'Neal works on the double team, finds the inside pass to Monroe, who rises up, gets the layup to fall. Good play there by the guard. Now the ball poked away for a minute. It's Aedan Parker switched to the point guard position. We saw a lot of that in his junior year as he was the starting point guard. As a senior this year, though, switched more in an off-ball role. But tonight, he has been the head of the offense with 9 points in the first half. His brother, Jay Parker, on the drive, tried to get to some contact, no foul called. It's Township who gets the ball in the turnover. Hawksby for 2. Eddie Garcia winds up on the ground, a whistle blown. And now a friendship huddle for Howell going on right now. It'll be Township inbounding. Number 1, Dakota Lassiter. Lassiter goes to the corner. Hawksby to Schultz. To JJO Hoops, John O'Neal, who looks for a mid-range. Doesn't connect to Eddie Garcia, who grabs the ball. Garcia, hard drive, the junior guard, kicks it to Quaddy. Quaddy for 2. The layup connects for the senior forward. Chris Quaddy has one of the best stories on the Howell Rebels. Last season, he missed all of varsity basketball due to a torn ACL, but he came back stronger this year. And now wrestling for the ball is Jay Parker, who loves the energy over here at Howell. The arrow goes to Howell. It's Aedan Parker who will inbound. CP finds Eddie Garcia. Garcia getting pressed from before the logo by Alexander Monroe. Quaddy has the ball in the wing, finds Musto in the paint. Musto to the wing. Eddie Garcia drives, finds Musto once again. 4 defenders on him. Not sure what that call means by the ref, but what I do know is that it's Township's ball. Lassiter to switch to O'Neal. O'Neal goes back to Monroe. Now it's Hawksby. On an island, no man guarding him. Here comes Eddie Garcia. Monroe drives, rises up. The layup is money. 4 points for Monroe out the break. He's got to be a guy that Howell wants to stop if they want to continue this lead. Eddie Garcia for 3. A bad miss by the junior. Ball winds up in the hands of John O'Neal. Now ball poked away. It's Caden Parker who breaks away on the transition. The layup is in for Caden Parker. Now it's Monroe, open lane, hard contact, gets fouled by Musto, and he'll go to the line. Monroe shooting 56% from the line this season. First one is good. He's up to 7 points on the night. The sophomore guard has bursted onto the scene. It's been a great playmaker for Township. His second is a swish. 8 points now. Challenging John O'Neal for the leading scorer on Township tonight. Parker to Musto. A fumble, and it's John O'Neal who breaks away. Goes to Schultz who wants 2. And there we go. The first score for the junior sensation, Jake Schultz, in the second half. Caden Parker on the inbound. Goes to Quaddy, goes back to Parker. 2 seniors have played a lot together. Parker for 3. Welcome back to Splash Town, Caden Parker.
Green Johnny.
14 points now for the senior guard. He is activating takeover on offense. Now he's clamping up on defense against Monroe. He's feeling himself right now. Schultz with the ball, rises up for 3. Another miss by Jake Schultz, but it's Monroe on the rebound. A good move, the swim move, and his layup connects for 2.
I know that we said this already on the broadcast, but how many times have we got to say it? Where has Jake Schultz been all game?
Another 3-point attempt is no good, and it's O'Neal for the rebound once again. Couple players on the court, or down on the court. Lassiter for 2. Gets fouled, he goes to the line. Jay Parker called for the foul this time. Sends Dakota Lassiter to the line. Junior guard has played a lot on ball, a lot off ball this season. Kind of came in as the point guard. Now has switched more of a shooting guard. First one misses as a horrifying screen by Curtis Lovegreen rains down from the Howell student section. Lassiter shooting 60% from the line this season. Missed his first, trying to lock in for a second. Second trickles in for Lassiter. 4 points on the night now for the juniors. So I just want to give some attention to Maury Alexander Walker. The sophomore had 2 points in the first half, now 8 points here in the third quarter. Howell really has to contain him if they want to hold on to this lead. So it's Jay Parker's matchup with the ball right now. Goes to his brother, Caden Parker. Parker, long pass. Eddie Garcia, coast to coast. Ball poked away, but a foul is called, and Eddie Garcia will go to the line for 2 shots.
As you can see here, Theo, this has been a really physical game for both teams, being very physical on defense for, again, both teams.
100% agree, Aiden. The boys basketball gets really chippy, really gritty at times, and we're seeing that electricity tonight. First one's an unlucky swirl against Eddie Garcia. Garcia has splashed 9 threes so far this season. Coming into tonight's game, averaging 8 points, shooting 54% from the line. Second one is good for Garcia. Couple hot potatoes with the ball right now. It's Schultz. Hard push. Nair falls for Jake Schultz. 6 points now as the junior is starting to come to life. We're going to want to see Noah Muscle clamp up on some defense again. So now Caden Parker wants another 3. Oh! The fire is ablaze for Caden Parker, and the student section is going crazy here in Farmingdale. 17 points for the senior guard. Monroe lacking another falls. Some sauce from the sophomore. That's Caden Parker. Falls to the ground. He gets fouled and goes to the line for 2 shots, I believe. Or maybe not. I thought that was the signal from the ref, but he's just inbounding. J.C. Farley, number 35, the senior. The senior transfer checks in for the Rebels. Parker the inbounder. Finds Jay Parker for 3. Bounce won't go in Parker's favor. Monroe, who breaks away with the ball, finds Schultz. Another 2 points for the junior.
We can finally see Schultz starting to get some life in him. Obviously, even though he only has a couple points.
100% Aedan. Now Jay Parker on the drive. Fumbles the ball. Winds up in the lap of Dakota Lassiter, who goes to Monroe. Monroe gets hard contact. Whistle blown. It should be a foul. Now Jack Wynn, number 34, checks in for the Rebels. Jay Parker will go to the bench for some rest. Mikey Carbone, number 0, the senior guard, checks in as well. He will guard Jack Gundaker, top of the key. Now the inbound from Lassiter goes to Monroe. Gets a screen from O'Neal. Monroe, spin, rises up for 2. Unlucky bounce. J.C. Farley comes away with the ball and goes to Caden Parker. Parker coming into tonight's game averaging 21 a night, and he has been unstoppable. But now it's Schultz. Breaks away with the ball. No man to beat. Parker out of nowhere puts the ball out of bounds. What looked like a surefire 2 from Jake Schultz. Winds up out of bounds. Or it looked like he got fouled, unfortunately. So now it's 2 shots for Schultz. We saw this. Or now a timeout called. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a 37-33 tight game going on here in Farmingdale. It's been great action. You don't want to miss any more. So we are back for another 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. The Rebels lead things 37-33. Defense has been firing off on all cylinders. The Township crawling back right now, chipping away. And one of the big reasons is Jake Schultz, the junior, at the line right now. One of the best players in the entire state of New Jersey. Had just 2 points in the first half, but he's starting to come alive. First one, no good for the junior. Schultz with 6 points in the third quarter alone, up to 8 on the night. Schultz a 17-point per game scorer. has been shut down by the Rebels so far. Second free throw is good, 9 points now. Jaden Parker brings the ball up court. Finds Mikey Carbone, number 0, the senior guard. Goes to Jack Quinn, the senior guard forward hybrid. Farley with the ball. Goes to Parker. Parker sidestep, hard about 3. Goes back to Farley. A switch on defense. Now it's Musto who re-grabs the ball. Farley dumps it off to Parker. Parker the head. Parker works. High mid-range by the free throw line. Doesn't fall. Now it's Schultzer. Has the ball on the wing. Watch out for the 3 here from Schultzer. Schultzer, quick move. On the twitch. Falls to the ground. Whistle blown. He's called for the travel, and it's the Rebels ball in the head of Jake Schultzer right now.
You're seeing all this during the game when a lot of players are slipping, Theo. What do you think that's the cause of? Maybe
I don't know if Brian is messing up on water boy duties right now, spilling some on the cleats, but we are seeing a lot of slippage right now. Carbone working against Monroe. Checks it to Farley. Farley trying to get past John O'Neal. O'Neal with some good defense. Now on the switch, Jack Quinn goes to the corner. Gun taker on Farley. Farley slips it to Musso. Back to Farley. No shot clock in high school basketball. Quinn to Parker. 3-point attempt. It's a bad miss on the edge. But there's Farley trying to act as a band-aid. But his layup doesn't fall. Shout out to Manzo in the crowd. Passing the ball to the ref. It's Dakota Lassiter who inbounds for Township now. Just over a minute left to go in the third quarter. The Rebels leading things by 3. It's 37-34. Guntaker goes to Lassiter. Township has to work a little quick if they want to tie this thing or even take a lead by the end of the third quarter. Monroe taking his time. Goes to Lassiter. Slips it to O'Neal. O'Neal working in the paint. Tries for 2. Gets rejected. Spin move. Another 2 is rejected. This time by Noah Mustard, the star center. Ken Parker with the ball. Wants to. Good defense by Jake Schultz to smack the ball away.
You see that Freehold Townsend's coach is clearly feeling the effects of this game, looking very agitated by his players.
100%. And now number 5, Jake Platt. 10 points on the season for the junior. We check in for Township. Parker goes to Musto. Musto to Quinn. Quinn kicks it to the corner. It's J.C. Farley. Goes back to Quinn. 4-3. No good. Can't connect. It's off the rim. Gundaker working top of the key. Passes it to Schultzer for 3. Another bounce out for Schultzer. And now it's a jump ball. The arrow goes to Township, I believe. Parker getting double teamed full court. Farley, Jay Parker for 3. Welcome to Splash Time, Jay Parker.
Bang!
What a shot by the junior. As time is winding down, hooks up a 3. No good. So that will do it for the third quarter. 40-34 lead for the Rebels. What a game it has been so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. So here we go. We are back for the fourth quarter, the final 8 minutes in regulation here. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are leading things 40-34 off the back of a guard by the name of Caden Parker. He has been a machine tonight. 17 points on multiple threes, multiple heat checks. The fire is ablaze here in Farmingdale. Aedan, what has been the key to Howell's success so far?
Really, I think that our physical play on offense and both defense, it's been really getting into the heads of the Freehold Township players, especially Schultzman, who has noticeably not scored as much as he usually scores.
Exactly.
So I think that that's what's really been just messing him up.
Definitely agree with you. In mid-range for Guntaker. Splash down for Guntaker. But I totally agree with you. It has been a struggle for Jake Schultz here tonight. Parker, the ball gets poked away from Parker. Monroe, fast break. The layup is no good. Farley out of nowhere, tough defense. Layup falls for John O'Neal. What a job by the junior invading some tough Rebel defense.
Scoring points in the paint like we have been seeing a lot during this game. A lot of the players currently during this game have been scoring in the paint, and that's the type of dominance that we see from this team.
Definitely one of the best attributes about John O'Neal is that he's such a great player as he makes that free throw. He's also the best free throw shooter on Township, and as a big who works inside the paint a lot, he gets sent to the line a lot, and he gets a lot of free throw points because he's such an effective shooter. Jay Parker wants three. No good. Ball's out of bounds. It's a debate for the ball. And it will be a Howell on the inbound, Caden Parker, the superstar senior on the inbound. Lobs up to Jay Parker. Chucks a pass to his brother. Caden drives, open for three. No good. Russell with the rebound. A lot of interior defense. And it's John O'Neal who comes away with the ball. Lobs it. Guntaker. Open three. Nothing but air. But the rebound is grabbed. No good. A fight for the ball. Miscommunication all over the place. A kid runs by. What are you doing, bud?
Again, as we have been seeing so far during this game, this Howell Rebels defense is clearly getting in their head. I mean, they just missed 3 shots in a row.
100% timeout called. It's 40-39 Rebels. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. And we are back from the timeout. It's 40-39 Howell Rebels and Township clawing back. They were down by multiple digits at one point, but now they're coming back off the backs of a guy like Amari Alexander Monroe. He has gone off in the second half, 10 points already. Howell really has to contain him if they want to cling to this lead. Schultz pushing on the paint. The pass it to O'Neal. Gets the two. Township has their third lead of the night. Now working fast is the Rebels. Caden Parker to Jack Quinn, thought about three, goes back to Parker. Parker drives, quick move, ball goes out of bounds. And the ball sticks with Howell. Township not happy about it, and I don't think you can blame him. We don't have the best view here in the seats, but it did look like that was out of bounds on the Rebels.
As we saw there, that was some great defense played by Township. Really starting to get in the Rebels' heads.
Definitely, Township has played well defensively all night, but it's really the third quarter defense that has been activated and that kind of held Howell at bay. Chris Kawadi back in the game. Checks it, far, drives, slips. What is going on with these cleats right now, Aedan?
I don't know, Theo. It's a really big mystery.
It's unexplainable, I guess.
Water boys probably spilled some water.
See, and now we have the refs wiping the floor. This is a disaster. So now it's Caden Parker who will inbound for Howell. Howell now working from behind, down one. Jay Parker on the wing, goes to Claudia. Kawadi wants three. Welcome to Splashdown, Chris Kawadi. Bang! The student section loves it as Howell takes the lead. It's 43-41. Monroe looks for two. Gets rejected. Jay Parker comes away with the ball. Jaden Parker has it. Quick Hesse. Dumps it off to his brother. Check. Jay to Kawadi. Kawadi to Farley. Farley, quick move. Looks for mid-range. Can't connect. Ball being bounced in the air. Jake Solskjaer who comes away with it. Sprinting down. Caden Parker has to switch on defense. What a block by Caden Parker. Walks away with the ball.
Such great, impressive defense there by Kedar Parker. Really shows that physical attribute that you want for playing corner this season.
100%. Who has more aura than this man?
I don't know about that, Theo.
But you know, in the midst of our excitement, Amari Alexander Monroe is actually lined for 2 shots.
Yeah.
First one good.
As you can hear the screams from the Rebel student section, really wondering if it's starting to get into the student's head.
Second one no good, winds up in the hands of Horton. Parker, long pass to Garcia. Garcia for two. The way up there for Eddie Garcia. Monroe working now, taking over duties. He is called for the travel.
I wonder if maybe he felt that the gathering step was a rule in high school, Theo.
J.C. Farley will inbound for the Rebels. Farley dumps it off to Parker. Jay Parker taking his time against his matchup. Dakota Lassie. Farley to Garcia. Junior guard averaging 8 a night goes to Kawadi. Kawadi has played an important role as a rebounder. Goes back to Garcia. Garcia wants three. Doesn't connect. Grabs his own rebound. Now wants two. Bad miss. Ball's out of bounds at 6 with Howell.
Good hustle showed there by the Rebels, really showing that they take this game seriously. And you got to wonder what Thompson's taking right now.
100% Howell leading things by 3. It's been an up and down night, but they have not fallen asleep. As Kawadi comes away with the ball, goes to Farley, open for 3. Can't come down with it. Garcia rises up for 2. Triples in for the junior guard.
Finishing in the paint as we have seen for both teams tonight.
7 points for Eddie Garcia and 4 points in the last 20 seconds of gameplay. O'Neal working on Farley. Goes to gun taker. Taker loses the ball. Garcia comes away with it. The junior is snapping. Goes to Kawadi. Kawadi, inside pass. Mid-range shot. Doesn't go down the drain for Howell. John O'Neal goes to his longtime teammate, Dakota Lassiter. Grew up playing basketball with him as they went to the same middle school. Now, Mari Alexander Monroe slowing the game down. Not something that I would agree with if I was Township right now, down 5. But it's O'Neal who goes to the corner. Lassiter wants 3. Splash down for Dakota Lassiter. Timeout called. Don't go anywhere, folks. The Rebels lead 47-45. We got more exciting action coming up. And we are coming back from the timeout as the Rebels lead things 47-45. Offense has looked a little bit more alive here in the fourth quarter. Defense has played steady and well so far. Aedan, what are you liking out of Howell?
Again, like I've been saying before on the broadcast, I'm really liking this aggressive defense that we've seen from Howell. Very physical, very just dominating, and I feel like it's gotten, again, in the heads of Township. And I think that's ultimately the reason why Township's down right now.
100% agree with you, Aedan. This game was huge. The A Central divisional matchup between these two teams, Freehold Township possessing a 6-2 record in the top division and ensured they were second place. Right below them, knocking on the doors, the third place Howell Rebels with a 5-2 record in the toughest division in the short conference, A Central. Howell needs to take this game seriously, and they obviously are, Caden Parker comes away with the ball. It goes to Musto. Musto, an open karate. Karate with 2.
Really impressive story seeing him score there. As we said before the broadcast, towards ACL last year and missed the entirety of the year last year. Very happy to see him score tonight.
100%. Long ball attempt, no good. It's Quaddy who comes away with the rebound. Caden Parker slowing things down, backing up his defender on the logo. Parker switches to the left, rises up for a mid-range. Off the rim, no good. Smart play by Dakota Lassiter, letting the ball go out of bounds, and now the ball winds up in the Patriots' hands. Sam Hawksby checks back in for the Patriots. He will bring the ball up court. His defensive matchup is against Caden Parker now. Hawksby goes to the corner for gun take. Has turned the ball over multiple times tonight. Finds Schultz. Schultz on the interior trying to regather the ball. Gets blocked by Noah Musto. Plants from the Rebels.
Dominating defense as we see clearly all the time from Musto.
Absolutely aided. Hidden flashy pass. Parker. Parker with the ball. His defender is Hawksby. Parker tries with the left. Goes to his brother. Jay Parker wants 3. A bad air ball miss. J.C. Farley tried to be the band-aid to get the ball, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Jack Gundaker who will inbound the ball for the Patriots. Point guard Sam Hawksby now. Jogs up court with the ball. Schultz goes to O'Neal on the inside. Schultz, open 3-ball look. No good. It's Karate for the rebound.
Very.
Farley lobs it up. Almost poked away by Schultz. Now it's a timeout call. Don't go anywhere. The Rebels leading things by 4. We want to see you later for 2.5 minutes left of boys basketball. So here we go. We are back from the timeout. Fourth quarter action. The Rebels lead things 49-45. Aedan, kicking it off to you. What have you liked from the Howell so far?
I've been liking how they've been finishing in the paint on offense. I feel like really that's just been the key to success for them. They scored most of their points in the paint so far today. Again, that's just been the success for them.
Definitely winning the rebound battle. Very important thing to do against players like Jake Schultz and John O'Neal, who are such threats on the interior. Howell is containing them and being very capable of locking down on defense. Caden Parker, the ball goes off his foot, avoids the foul against Schultz. Schultz against Jay Parker, finds the mismatch, gets the 2. A smart play by the junior. 11 points now for the senior. Kwani brings the ball up court. Dribble pass to Parker. Parker working, slips it to Musto. Musto gets fouled and goes to the line.
Good fouls on there by Musto.
Definitely a good decision to drive by Noah Musto there. The junior has improved a lot at the line, shooting a team high 81% from the line this season as he makes his first one. He's been very present in the paint, grabbing rebounds tonight and blocking many shots, but he has to get going on offense if Howell wants to guarantee this win. Second attempt, no good. Jay Parker out of nowhere gets it. Kwani thought about a long 3. He goes to Parker. Parker to his brother. Jay tries with the left. Goes to Farley. Farley deep range to Parker. Parker to Jay. Jay will work with the left. Goes to Kedar. Kedar drives on the inside. Tries to slip it past to Jay. 3 men dive for the ball. We'll see who has the arrow.
There's some miscommunication there by the two brothers. Not something you see very much, but you just can't have that.
Definitely agree with you, Aedan. We've seen Howell kind of be not in the same headspace when it comes to passes. A lot of players not expecting them. We just can't have that against a very good Township team, second in the A Central Division, which is the best division in the short conference. This is one of the best teams that Howell will play all year, and this win could be huge for the team moving forward. Farley gets 2.
Physical finishing through contact there.
The crowd absolutely loves it for J.C. Farley. Lassiter working on the wing. It's Amari. Alexander Monroe with the ball now. Monroe, menacing, taking his time to go to Schultz. Schultz with the left. He wants 2. He gets 2. The Rebels lead down to 3 as another timeout is called. We are down to just 1 minute and 6 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We got captivating more action later. So here we go. We are almost back from the timeout. The Rebels winning things 52-49 in this interdivision matchup against the Freehold Township Patriots. They have done a very good job on defense. The offense has looked good at times, but it's slowing down. Howell has to kick back into gear. Aedan, what have you noticed?
I've noticed, again, they've just been playing a really aggressive play style. You got to think, Freehold Township before this match was ranked 5 spots ahead of Howell. Maybe that played into this game.
Definitely. And the Township offense is very hot. In their last game, they scored a remarkable 85 points against Manalapan in the win. Jake Schultz had 33 points in that game. And now they grab the jersey. So smart mathematical playage right now by the Patriots. Howell will inbound the ball with just over 1 minute left to go. The Rebels leading things by 3. They got to stay out of foul trouble. Be smart on defense, be smart with the ball. And despite being up 3, it's almost like the pressure is on them because they have to be smarter. Parker gets the ball, slips it to Quaddy. Howell's got to look to save some time right now. Timeout is called. Just under 1 minute left to go. We got back and forth action. Don't go anywhere. So we are back from the timeout. The Rebels still leading things 52-49. We're going to see a lot of fouls, a lot of timeouts in the final minute of the game because the teams have to be smart with the ball, smart with possession, and Freehold Township wants to avoid useless seconds being shaved off the clock. Under a minute left to go in the game. Rebels bringing things by 3. Caden Parker, the inbound. A wonky pass. It's Chris Kawadi who runs for it. Township fouls him. The bench is loving it.
Just a big miscommunication by Kedar Parker that you don't see very often. Very rare to see this.
Definitely agree with you, Aiden. There's been a few wonky passes. Howell has to be smart with the ball. They gotta avoid that and get a big upset win against a Township Patriots team that was ranked above them in the Shore Savages top 10 rankings and in the East Central Division. And now the ball goes off the hands of John O'Neill. It will be Howell's ball.
I think maybe he ate too much butter before he came here.
Love the jokes, Aiden, and now it's Caden Parker who will inbound for the Rebels. Parker to his brother, back to his brother. Parker getting double teamed, goes to Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia has a mismatch. He gets fouled, slowing the game down, being smart with possession are the Patriots. Four fouls now this quarter by the Patriots.
Yeah, I think what are the Rebels thinking right now? How are they going to adapt? How are they going to adapt to this right now?
Definitely, but as varsity players, this is definitely experience that you need, and it's definitely a learning process. And I assume with the multiple seniors on the team, Howell knows how to handle these situations. Quaddy will get the ball, gets pushed, another break in the action. Chris Kawadi will now go to the line. Senior forward is a great shooter. First one swirls out. This could be a great opportunity for Howell to ice the game. He's a man who shoots 60% from the line. 10 threes on the season. The second attempt. Bounces out. Huge break for Township. Under 40 seconds left to go. Down 3. Howell has to avoid foul trouble. Township got to be smart with the ball. It's Monroe on the drop. Monroe sidestep. Is it a travel? It is a travel.
You cannot be doing that at this late in the game with the scores this close. What an awful mistake by Township.
100% agree with you, Aiden. A bad mistake by Township there. As Howell gets the ball again, they can shave more seconds off. Tough defense being played by the Patriots. Still no foul being called. Walker Lopez must go alone on an iron ball poked away. Must will shoot that ball. Seconds are being shaved off. A fight for the ball. Shooter comes away. Timeout called by the Patriots. Smart decision by the head coach. Don't go anywhere. Under 15 seconds left to go in regulation. The Rebels lead by 3. And we are back from the minute-long timeout. The Rebels lead things 52-49. 13.6 seconds left on the clock in regulation. The Rebels leading things by 3 against an interdivision rival. This could be a huge upset win. Howell has to be smart with the ball. Aiden, what is the key to Howell winning tonight?
You got to stay out of foul trouble, and you just got to play good defense, which can really be tough in a game like this.
100%. The pressure is on Township right now, down by 3. O'Neal inbounds to Lassiter. Open three. Doesn't fall. 5 seconds left to go. And now Howell disagreeing with the call. It's rowdy in both student sections. Caden Parker not happy. 4 seconds left on the clock. Township needs a three. The crowd is feeling it. O'Neal, the pass to Guntaker. Guntaker for three. No good. What a win for the Rebels. A 52-49 nail-biting victory. The gymnasium is raucous. What a win, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming into this match as underdogs, this is a really great win for Howell. We'll be sure to see him go up in the standings soon.
100%. This was a statement win by the Howell Rebels tonight. So we thank you everybody for tuning in. The Howell Rebels win by a final score of 52-49 in an electric back and forth game. I have been your play-by-play man, Theo Horton. My color man, Aedan Vazquez to my right. On the cameras, Herr. We thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you tune in next time. See you, everybody.